Good morning to everybody. I guess I'll say from the outset what an honor it's been to work as the junior minister in support of Minister Parent-Chief since April 2001 when we were appointed together. And what we have worked on as a team, and the ministers explained some of the initiatives, but there was a very deliberate three-point strategy in place. The first one was to ensure that the law enforcement arm was targeting those offenders who were posing the highest risk to public safety, and that was the minister's #1 priority on his appointment last year. And the second part of the strategy was to work towards getting new legislation in and then assessing the effectiveness of that legislation. And then the third part of the strategy was to mobilize the community. And that's been our strategy from day one, and it remains to this day. So in putting that strategy together, what were some of the outcomes? What were some of the results? We saw some very rapid work on the part of the police and the targeted operations that they were doing to target those who were posing the highest risk to public safety. That work intensified. The new legislation enacted through 2011 and right through 2012 is now all in place. Shooting incidents have gone down since the highs experienced in 2009, 2010. Shootings resulting in deaths and injuries have also gone down since the highs we encountered a couple of years ago. The police recovery of firearms has gone up. The police recovery of ammunition has gone up. And importantly, the arrest of the priority offenders has also gone up. And also significantly, convictions recorded against those prolific priority offenders has also gone up. And one of the most rewarding outcomes has been the mobilization of the community, which continues to this day. And the community, the resolution to our problems rests ultimately in the community. So that has been the third part of what our strategy was. But we also recognize there's a considerable amount of work still to be done. A lot of work right now is being done in the prevention field. And what we all realize is that this work takes many, many years, because there has to be an unraveling and a reprogramming of some of the behaviors and the environment that has been entrenched for 20 or more years. But we will not rest until the last firearm is seized, the last bullet is recovered, and the last killer is brought to justice, and when the gang lifestyle is neutralized. And that's why we continue to work towards implementing better strategies with better outcomes and better results. We have put together several new ideas and several new strategies as part of our commitment to the people of Bermuda. And included in the new strategies, which you will see, is a national crime reduction plan. Now, the National Crime Reduction Plan is the next logical step, because there's been a lot of heavy lifting over the last 18 months in terms of new legislation and the targeted anti-gang work that is in progress. What our National Crime Reduction Plan will do is raise the game and signals our intent to deal with the deeply rooted changes that are necessary and in our approach to crime prevention and crime reduction. We'll be working across ministries, across community groups, across charities and other non-government agencies. And what the plan ultimately aims to do is to reduce youth offending and reduce delinquency, and significantly raise the awareness of what individuals and community groups can do and must do to reduce crime. We will be supportive of new, first-of-a-kind, performance-based incentives, which will encourage the highest levels of crime prevention and crime reduction work in the work that all of these agencies do, all in a bid to eliminate this next generation of gun and gang crime. So what are the main strands of the National Crime Reduction Plan? Crime reduction is right at the top. We'll be looking at the cost effectiveness of programs that are in place now and programs that are contemplated for the future. Most importantly, it is going to be outcome focused. And we will be seeking to improve performance in all of these crime reduction and crime prevention programs by measuring very specific outcomes and measuring those results. And that is just a snapshot of what the government is working on now, and that National Crime Reduction Plan will be falling in place with other strategies that you will hear about in the coming weeks and months. Thank you very much for your time.